Bro, oh my days, bro. I'm so mad. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm frankly upset. Listen, okay, before I talk about my day, let me tell you about today's trade. Okay, I'm gonna read it out, my thought process. Okay, we're low-key targeting this monthly high. Monthly's overbought. Bro, I don't know how I'm gonna show you this, bro. So here's the monthly high. Um, very far up, all the way up here. Price is low-key trending towards that. We're in with monthlies overbought, and the weekly just tapped the weekly order block. It respected it, and it was a huge as reaction off of that, which is great. The daily just had a huge reaction off of that. The daily is now overbought, 4 hours overbought. Took that into consideration, but the 4 hour is still in bullish structure, and the 1 hour is in bearish structure, and it's retracing into the 4 hour imbalance. It did do that. It filled that imbalance, and uh, yeah, so I was expecting like, okay, we have this huge bullish move off the weekly order block getting tested, and I'm just like low-key banking on either consolidation because FOMC is tomorrow, or um, a continuation of the daily uptrend if price will move today. I just didn't think that today would go bearish at all, so I was like, okay, don't give a fuck. A bearish setup would like low-key need probably the hourly highs to get swept, and it did that pre-market. And this market opens and it's like moving weird, moving weird. High time frame, you know, imbalance has already been filled. So I was like, okay, we low key should sweep some low resistance lows or some order block and continue pushing higher today's session. And I kind of took this slightly into factor, but I looked at it and FOMC expectations should be uh FOMC expectations should be pretty pretty solid for at least a 25 base points cut. So everyone's expecting FOMC for rate cuts tomorrow. And so I low-key thought, well, I could foresee, big banks buying up, hedging against, buying up to hedge against, and then sell to get ready for a sell-off tomorrow. I don't know if price could very well like just sell off really hard tomorrow for 8 a.m. That's like the end of New York session, isn't it? Let me look at the timing of it. Like Loki, maybe my logic is just stupid. 8 a.m. I think New York session's done by then. Okay, so maybe I'm retarded. That's probably retarded then. Because if anything, when I mean, maybe New York would just consolidate, given that London has just now gone really bullish. Anyway, it was my first time using Medic MT5 mobile, and so I didn't know how to like properly use my risk and everything. So I played it really safe. So I risked like I think 0.005% of my account, my live account, this because I don't want to accidentally open up like a 10% trade and blow the funded off of my first trade, making a stupid mistake and not knowing how to use the platform. So I was like, okay, let me just practice for a bit, make sure I'm confident that I'm not risking the wrong amount of risk by accident. And what I accidentally did was instead of partial closing when my first take profit got hit, I accidentally full closed because I don't know why. I thought I pressed partial close, or I thought I properly did it. Turns out I didn't, or maybe the position was so small that it just full closed. Anyway, if you look at it, that first gray line was my first target. It's not 1-to-1, but I still took was hoping to take partials. It didn't. It full closed, and then look where it went. It went to my final take profit. So now I'm just mad. Now I'm just mad because that would have been a huge winner, and I would have been chilling for the week. Okay, but on another note, I wrote this down. I didn't wait for the second candle close on the 1 minute. So that's a one rule I broke. Even though I was super confident in my plan, I should still wait for it, and I didn't, even though I usually do on demo. And I didn't wait for an imbalanced retrace. But the thing is, I was lucky thinking, I don't think we need that because given that, I mean, it did end up actually filling the imbalance. So I was in drawdown and I nearly got stopped out because it came down to filled out the imbalance. But, but, big but, I was lucky thinking, bro, price does not have far to go. So low key, I just think all my targets could get hit without an imbalance retrace because it's just not far. And I was wrong, and I think I got lucky in this case. So yeah, I broke my rules and still won. Not as much as I wish I did, but I won nonetheless. And yeah, important lessons. Keep myself in check. Make sure I don't do dumb shit on the live account. Anyway, what did I do today? Man, we already hit 7 minutes, and I've just been talking about the trade. What did I do today? I did a lot of back testing, and I would like to. Okay, I need to start packing. So while I talk to you guys, I'll start packing. Anyway, I was talking about like, yo, ChatGPT. I don't want to do quant trading because first of all, I suck at math. Second of all, I don't have a big computer, so I can't do that. But I want to. One of the things is my back testing. I felt was not like good. I wasn't learning much from my back testing. I didn't feel like my data was just shit. So I was like, okay, well, quant testing is largely runs off the back of a hella simulations, hella back testing. So I'm like, okay, what if I run SMC concepts on quant style testing? And so I was like, okay, ChatGPT, tell me how do I back test as if I was doing quant trading, but for SMC and not using a big computer. And they said, well, here's a basic table of things you need to record for each trade you take while backtesting. And then I expanded upon that. So I actually made the table bigger. There's other stuff I want to know. And I ran through a whole month. So that's 20 weekdays, 20 trading days, a whole month of data. Out of the 20 days, I only actually, because I accidentally fucked up a couple times and maybe I just forgot and skipped over, but I skipped 4 trading days. So it was 16 out of 20, so 16 trading days. Out of those 16, I took 6 trades. So of those 6, I won 4. So that's a win weight. Damn. Why Nick Bow? Okay, jokes. Fuck. That's win rate of 66.67%. Anyway, that's that's already good. Having a positive win rate. You don't need to have a positive win rate per se to be profitable, but I put in all the values, put in all where price closed, where my stop loss was, if it got stopped out, if where my first take profit was, second, third, and how many of them got hit, blah blah blah. And with that, fuck, I don't even know what I'm packing, bro. I'm actually clueless. How do I start packing? Maybe I should start packing. What would you pack if you're moving? What am I gonna take with me? I don't fucking know. What would you take with you if you're moving countries? Anyway, you know, so I, off of that, off of each trade, it calculates my R, my expected value from the trade, and then it takes it all together, blah blah blah, calculates it, and then gives me an expected value out of the whole sample. My expected value was 0.75, which is positive, and that's good because it means in the long run I get a positive return. Obviously, 20 days, not even 20 entries, but 16 entries is not a lot of data to work off of. So obviously I want to do more. But so far, from the data I've got, it's looking solid. Not only is a positive win rate good, but a positive EV is very good. And basically means, right, when you lose, I have a loss of 1R. Don't ask me what that actually means. But think of it in ratios, right? 1R, you know? But if I win more than 1. And so, you know, over time, if the win rate's positive as well, over time, it's just like it should slowly compound. And I was like, okay, ChatGPT, with my numbers that you've given me and calculated for me, if I have $100,000 account and I take 100 trades, not giving a time span, but 100 trades, what is my long term, my long run expected profit? It said you're gonna grow the account to $212,000 if you keep it up and don't do dumb shit. If you basically follow the risk management rules and all that stuff, I can make $112,000 in profit of the fund account of 100,000 off of 100 trades, which means obviously I need to do more work on backtesting my strategy to make sure there's no discrepancies. But right now it's looking good that I can be profitable so long as I don't do dumb shit. And that's a key thing. Don't do dumb shit. No. Okay, I'll start with the jackets. Because I know I won't be wearing jackets anytime soon, so I can pack that now. Yeah, so I do want to do more back testing. And if I get like 3 months worth of data, and I'm not going to do the same months, so I've done most of it, like halfway November, halfway December, and I want to do like Feb, March, and then like another one June, July, just to get different parts of the year. And obviously that's gonna see how my strategy fares in different times of the year, which is good. It's good so that I know what to expect during that time of year. Like, okay, well, from what I've done, from what I've learned, my strategy doesn't find shit during this time of year. Maybe because that time of year is just shit, or maybe because the strategy just sucks at that time of year. And so it's good. It's good learning, and it's giving me way more confidence in my plans because I just trust in it. I know it fucking works. Also, 6 out of 16 trades, so 16 trading days and 6 trades taken. That's a 37. I didn't calculate this because I'm stupid, but it's a 37.5% chance that I would even find a trade according to my sample size, which is really good for me to know so that if I don't find a trade, if I don't find a setup, or if in that one instance I got a setup and I skipped over it and it was a big winner, ignoring that, if I don't find a setup, if I don't get a trade for a whole week even, because I legit had a whole week in that sample of the 20 days, I legit had a whole week I didn't get a single trade opportunity. Everything was shit. So basically it just grounds my expectations to believe that okay, it's fine that I don't find a trade. My my trading plan, my strategy doesn't find a lot of opportunities in the first place. So it's good. It makes me realize, well, no pressure. I should not be finding that many trades either way. So it's good to know that kind of stuff. Um, Obviously, now it's all up to me to manage my risk and not be a dumbass. And I really was a dumbass today, and hopefully not again. So yeah, so let's hope for the best, really, and put in some work. Anyway, that's 15 minutes of me just talking about trading. What did I do today? Bro, I woke up. What did I do? I hit legs. That's what I did. So I hit legs in the morning. Came back home. I watched a trade recap and then did some back testing and then I reviewed it, all my data, reviewed all my trades and any notes that I had gotten from the past trade that I took in the back testing session. Did that. Oh, I was practicing my latte art. I still suck. I actually suck so much at that right now. I actually need to get better at the handling part. Like when I pour the cream in. So I'm like getting good at the part like making the cream, and then I pour in the milk, and then the cream on top. I get it in, it just comes out in a blob. So I'm not too sure. I'm gonna find a way to get better at handling that. And then I was supposed to start packing, but the the trade took so long for me to take a target that I started just fucking gooning on YouTube, bro. I was watching. Damn. Anyway, pretty locked in today. Got a lot of work done. Maybe I could probably do better. Honestly, I could do better. I feel like I wasted an hour here and there, a little bit of time that I could have just done better with. But at the very least, I will take a small win and say that I done everything I was supposed to do today, and I won my trade. I learned a lot from today, and yeah. So like, I guess I should celebrate the small wins. Like at the end of the day, small steps, small steps. But you know, I find wait, I just realized you guys are just looking at this, bro. Doesn't fucking matter, bro. Doesn't matter, bro. You know, small steps. Nothing, no big wins, and slow and steady climb. And I'm glad that I'm even at this point because, bro, a few weeks ago I was fucking. That was my first time coming off a win streak that I started going on a loss streak. Like that was my first time going, loss streak, a win streak to loss streak. Because beforehand it was just straight losses. So it was like, okay, I'm fuck. But now I went like, damn, maybe I suck. And now I'm slowly getting my mental in check. Learning to just trust the plan, get more confident through getting more reps. And that's the whole plan. That's the whole idea. And let's keep going with that. I'm gonna finish recording this. If this fucking corrupts, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, good night. God bless.